Hello and welcome to my tutorial. Mr.NET is here. This is video number 5. In this video I want to implement animation while I'm clicking these cards. To create an animation I'm using the timeline. For that I open my prefab. In my scene, and the timeline you can find it into the window sequencing timeline. I drag my timeline to the bottom here and create for my card prefab a timeline. And now I can use this timeline to modify or to add some states of my card prefab as an animation. Now if I start the game, we see that our animation is started for every card prefab. So if I look into my card prefab, into the inspector, we see an animation component and the playable director. And the playable director has a checkbox that say play on awake. So I turn it off, save my game, and I start my game. Well, the animation is not running, and now I have to implement my script that the animation starts when I click this component. For that I open my scripts, my card behavior script in Visual Studio. And we have here an on-click method. So I implement a method, private void start animation. And we see in Unity, in the prefab, the inspector, the component is a playable director. So I use GameObject.getComponent from type playable director. And the playable director has a method called play. So I save my script, I go into the Unity and I start my game. Now we see nothing happens. That's because I forgot to add the start animation method into my on-click method. So I save the script, go into Unity and start my game. I have a compile error. I forgot the brackets, sorry. I save the script and I start my game. And I start my animation. We see that the picture is immediately changed. But I want to change the picture only when the animation is in the middle part. So when I do not see the card prefab. And for that I have to go into my prefab, into the timeline, double click, and then animation window, I add it here, is open. And here on this point I say right click, add animation event. And this animation event can invoke a function. So I have to implement in my script a function for this event. This function have to be public void middle animation. I give a debug message to the console to check if it is working. middle of animation reached. I save my script, go into Unity, console, I start the game, and I click. Animation event has no function. Yes, because I forgot to add to this animation event my middle function, my middle animation. I save the game, I start the game. Now if I click, we see middle animation reached. Yes, this is working. And I have to modify the script so that the card only changed when the middle animation is reached. So this method, action on click, I rename it to change image, and the change image has to be invoked in middle animation reached. So I save my script, I go into Unity and start my game. Now we see the picture or the image is only changing when the card prefab is on the smallest position. Okay, that's it for this video. I hope you like it. Please write into the comments if I forgot something, and hopefully I see you in the next video. Bye!